Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm Taylor. There's a lot of fun stuff going on today, like catching up with the local and viral kitchen dancer, plus that long-awaited Toby Keith concert ticket giveaway. But most importantly, happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. With that being said, I decided to have a co-host today, so
it's time for the weekly rundown.
That's right, this is my mom, Tammy, and it only makes sense to have her standing by my side today. Welcome to Weekly Rundown, Mom.
Thanks for having me, Tay.
So you've seen the show on TV, but what's it like to be here?
I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited.
Well, let's get right to our first story. I'm sure you'll do great. This one absolutely made me think of Grandma, though. You think your grandma's cool? Just wait till you hear about the next woman in our story.
She's become an internet sensation thanks to her tech savvy and gaming skills, and she's using her newfound fame for a good cause.
Reporter Chris Cashman takes us all the way up to Washington State to check out the buzz.
I'm Michelle Statham, aka Tactical Grandma.
They want me to put a hand cam on because they don't think I'm really playing.
So if I have this right, the quick backstory is that during the pandemic, you dusted off the PC and rekindled your love of video games.
And my son and my husband were like, well, you have a PC, you should stream. And I'm like, no one's gonna wanna watch me play. I'm like an old lady playing video games, and I'm like average at the games. And so I started playing, and people started hanging out.
Some people started hanging out, yeah, about 600,000 on my last check on TikTok.
Yeah, it's insane. Probably one or two people in real life that actually come into my streams and are encouraging, because they just don't understand. They don't play video games. They don't understand it. They're like, people come and watch you play. People give you money, and I'm like, I know, weird, right?
For anybody who's skeptical, you're the real deal. You really are a grandma. I've seen
Yeah.
your grandkids. They're taking a nap right now.
Yeah.
We're in their playground,
Yeah.
but inside is where you do business every day.
Yep, every day.
You're gaming 40 plus hours a week.
Yes, I play mostly Call of Duty.
And you've even come up with catchphrases.
Yeah.
Get right, nerd!
I like to say, no, we're just giving forehead kisses.
Grandma's giving forehead kisses.
Grandma's giving forehead kisses. It's taken off. We got some merch for it, so it's kind of fun.
Perhaps my favorite part of your story is that you've only been at this for about a year. You've become very successful, and you're streaming for causes like St. Jude's.
So I was so excited that I could just spend my 4 hours this morning raising money for these kids and these families and just help out as much as we can.
Did you ever imagine that as a grandmother, you would find yourself in a space and time where you're playing video games professionally, raising money for pediatric cancer care?
No, never. I just want to be a place where these people can come and hang out, and we can hang out together and support each other, you know? I mean, I tell them when I'm going through hard days, and they're there for me. I'm just a grandma that likes to play video games.
And that flashy PC you saw in that story, yeah, that was also gifted to her. Does this not make you think of Grandma and all the random things she always does?
It does. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Yes, happy Mother's Day, Grandma. Now for our next story, we're bringing it back local.
A Palm Desert mom and teacher has been dancing in her kitchen every morning for over 100 days.
And we caught up with this groovy mama.
My name is Michelle Churland, and I am a teacher with Desert Sands Unified School District, and I've been teaching for 21 years. I was also in the Army for 24 years. I'm a mother of 2 boys, and I'm a bonus mom with 5 girls, and I'm a fur mom with 2 doggies.
On top of all of this, she's been dancing every day in her kitchen since the start of the school year.
I mean, how hard can that be? I was talking with a lot of my teacher friends, and we were all just so nervous. And I was just trying to get the jitters away from us.
Sometimes her hubby pops in.
You must whip it before the queen sets out too long. You must whip it.
My husband has been so supportive, because a couple times I was like, forget it. I can't do it. It's a terrible, no good, very bad day. And then he stepped in, and then he joined me in a few, because we'll drive down the road and we'll hear a song. We're like, oh my God, this is gonna be amazing.
Her post started on Facebook, but out of request, she now has an Instagram, a popular Instagram.
And then now I'm up to 10,000 people or something, and I'm all, oh my gosh. And when my son was just like, Mom, oh my God.
She's even been offered new pajamas.
My school kids are like, oh my gosh, you're an influencer. You're an influencer. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm an influencer because every mom is an influencer. Every teacher is the OG of influencing. So yes.
With the school year winding down, so are her dancing days. Actually, with her groovy moves, her dancing days probably have a long ways to go.
I have my friends from high school, you know, and I'm thinking, see, you should have taken me to prom.
Okay, Mom, she's literally a mom, an elementary school teacher, and a wife. That's you. Could you imagine doing that every single morning?
I can't imagine doing that in the mornings with your brother plus trying to dance. That's not going to happen.
Props to you, Michelle, and happy Mother's Day. Coming up after the break, one woman became a mom just in time for this special day.
And you'll never believe where her baby was born and who was there to help her.
But first, it's time for our first giveaway of the day. This is for a $50 gift card to Stater Bros. Go ahead and pick a winner, Mom.
Thank you. And our first winner is Greg Talento.
Yay! Congratulations, Greg. We will be messaging you from our NBC Facebook, so go ahead and look out for that. And stick around, we'll be right back in just 30 seconds. Welcome back to Weekly Rundown, where I'm joined by my lovely mom this lovely Mother's Day. Mom, do you remember the moments leading up to my birth?
Yes, you'll never forget those moments.
I mean, so I guess you could say I had a pretty normal birth. But one boy is going to have an interesting story to tell for the rest of his life. He was born somewhere over the Pacific Ocean on the way to Hawaii from Utah.
It happened on an airplane, and lucky for the family, by sheer luck, 4 medical experts were on board to help. Brian Sheeny has the amazing story.
Did you ever expect this was going to happen? Oh my God.
Orem resident Lavi Monga sits in a hospital room in Hawaii with her newborn son.
It's a long name. It's Raymond, Kaimana, Wade, Kobe, Lavaki Monga.
A lot has happened in the past few days for these two. Just last week, Lavi was flying from Salt Lake City to Honolulu for a vacation.
That was super emotional. Mom teared up. I think it's finally like soaking in for all of us. It's been kind of crazy since that happened.
The vacation flight to paradise turned into a trip so many will never forget.
Halfway through the flight, there was an emergency call. And we've had these before, and usually they're pretty clear. You know, is there a doctor on board? This call was not like this. This call was medical, help.
At 29 weeks along in her pregnancy, Lavi went into labor midway through the flight. Luckily for her, there just so happened to be plenty of medical expertise on board, including a family physician.
I don't know how a patient gets so lucky as to have 3 neonatal intensive care nurses on board the same flight when she is in emergency labor.
Those 3 Kansas City NICU nurses were headed to vacation as well. By the time they reached Lavi on the plane, she had an emergency delivery, and her baby was already in her hands.
You know, I talked to the flight attendant. I said, where are we at in the flight plan? And she says, we're past the point of no return. You know, we can't turn around and go back to the mainland. It's too late. So we've got to head for Honolulu as fast as possible.
For 3 hours, all 4 medical professionals on board kept the premature newborn stable, and they were able to touch ground.
As the ambulance crew came on board and we rolled a chair over through the aisle to move mom and baby into the chair, as we moved mom, baby woke up, and for the first time in 3 hours, he cried. And somebody took a video online, and you can hear him crying all the way out the plane, and we were just cheering at that point. We were so excited.
Yeah, right off. Thank you.
Fun fact, she actually decided to let Dr. Glenn choose part of her son's name, so with help from his daughter, he picked Kaimana, which actually means power of the sea. What a story, right, Mom?
Yes, definitely a story to share.
Being born in the air. Well, so I can consider you a Newsie mom because obviously you're the mom of a Newsie. But with this, you've learned a lot, like how to not take vertical video, horizontal only, and to give me a call if you see smoke or a bunch of cops, right?
Yes, I have been criticized and trained on taking video in my phone only vertical. No, or only horizontal.
Only horizontal. Good catch. Well, you're not the only mom that has to deal with a crazy news kid. After the break, we're meeting a couple of other NBC Palm Springs Newsie moms. But first,
another giveaway.
Who's it gonna be?
Now we have Franny Bartola. Congratulations. Look out for that Facebook message from NBC Palm Springs, and we'll see you in 30 seconds.
Welcome back to Weekly Rundown with me and my mama. So Mom, what's your favorite thing about my job?
My favorite thing is even when you don't come home for extended periods of time, I can still see your face on the Weekly Rundown.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But what's your least favorite?
When you don't come home very often.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, I caught up with a couple of our NBC Palm Springs producers and their moms for a little Mom of Newsie chat.
My name is Kendall Balchin. I've been working at NBC Palm Springs for almost 3 years, and I'm a producer. I do the 6 o'clock, and this is my mom, Marilyn. I send her on stories if we don't have a photographer, and helps me come up with ideas and people to talk to, so totally invaluable. That's my mom.
My name is Elliot Weintraub. I've been a producer at NBC Palm Springs for about 1.5 years now. This is my mom, Elisa. She owns a clothing store on El Paseo in Palm Desert. My mom's just been so helpful, learning the valley and making connections, and anytime we need to do a story that's anywhere near her, she's always the first one that I call, and she just knows everybody and is always willing to help, and it's just been so awesome to be back at home working where I grew up.
Well, becoming a news mom, fascinating actually, because don't we all want to know what goes on behind the scenes? So now my daughter is a behind the scenes producer.
Becoming a news mom is not something that I actually ever thought that I was going to happen to me, but I have to say I'm pretty excited about it, and of course very proud. It definitely makes me more aware of all of what's going on. I am hyper aware of what's going on El Paseo all the time, and the sirens and the helicopters and any kind of...
Yes, the helicopters every night when I come home. Why is there a helicopter over the house?
Yes, and the answer I get?
I don't know. And then
yes.
The next is always, well, what you should know, you work in the news.
Yes, a lot. And on top of that, when he comes home, I ask, what happened today? What should I know? And again, the answer is?
Watch the show.
Yeah, watch the show.
Sometimes she sends me to places because she's got photographers busy in all corners of the valley. So she'll say, hey Mom, can you go shoot something? You know, there's something at the canal, or there's police happening and we want to try and get some footage, so.
Yeah, she's totally fearless and it blows my mind. And so we've trained our news moms very well. They never shoot video like this. It has been, you know, beaten into them. Don't shoot it like this, you shoot it like this. But my mom takes it a step further. She actually has a little device to make sure it stays steady. We get some clean shots. It is, like I said, it's commitment.
Now on the other side of that,
Marilyn, how could you do this to me?
I could get a call, sure, yeah, there's a lot of police cars across the street from my store. Oh, well, go take some pictures, take some video. Well, this is a BlackBerry. These have not been made in 20 years, but my mom found the last one available. And camera quality's not great on this, so if we want to send someone to El Paseo, it's gonna have to be a photographer.
Apparently, I'm gonna have to call you, Marilyn, and that's the person who's gonna have to come shoot for me because I can't. And you know, in all respect, that is a newer BlackBerry and it works just fine and it's great, but that's okay. But I am excited to hear that you take that on. Give me my phone.
There have been times when you've called and we haven't even heard it or heard it on the scanners or you know, heard it elsewhere, and we got the jump because of you guys, which blows my mind. So cool. All right, so not only does my mom have a little tripod deal, she also has a whole go bag just in case, just to make sure they know that she's legit and not just some random stringer. We have a high vis vest.
I don't think any of our reporters have those,
I don't even think our actual reporters have these, but you know, legit. And then we've got a hat, easy to just throw on. You know, we've got a NBC News hat. And then we've got, I think, some homemade screen printed t-shirts that say NBC Palm Springs, because we never actually got any NBC Palm Springs t-shirts. So we've got one of these, off-brand, but still gets the job done. And then I think we have just a generic, we've just got an NBC, where is it? Got this as well, we've got outfit changes, just in case.
Happy Mother's Day to the best mom out there. Every success I've had is because of her. The person I am today is because of her. And I'm just so grateful and appreciative to have one of my best friends in my life as my mom.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Oh, that's so sweet. Love it.
Well, happy Mother's Day to, again, the best mom. And she has shown me how to be a hard worker, how to be a good leader, and her amazing work ethic. And she's informed, and she asks me questions and challenges me and makes me rethink things and see things from another perspective. And I just couldn't be more thankful, not just for the roof over my head and the home-cooked meals and the baked goods, but just all the love and support, encouragement, and she really just makes me the best person I could be, so.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day!
So you're lucky you don't live as local as their moms, because if you did, you'd probably have a setup like Kendall's mom.
So for Mother's Day, am I getting a go bag? I want an NBC hat.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
But either way, you'll always be the best Newsie mom in my eyes.
Thanks, Tay.
So we just saw some moms of Newsies, but after the break, we will talk about Newsie moms, as in mothers that work right here at NBC Palm Springs. I chat with morning anchor Thalia and evening anchor Sarah, so stick around for that. Plus later, that Toby Keith concert ticket giveaway. But of course,
we have another few Stater Brothers winners.
Let's see.
Next we have, congratulations to Rita Vasquez. Look out for that message on Facebook, and we will see you in 30 seconds.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Weekly Rundown this Mother's Day. Mom, being a mother can be both hard and rewarding, right?
Yes, definitely both.
Well, I sat down with two NBC Palm Springs anchors to hear what it's like to be a mom working in news. So being a mom in news is definitely not easy, maybe for a lot of other careers too, but especially news. Mm-hmm. So we'll go first with you, Sarah. Kind of talk to me about being a mom in news and how much has changed.
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like You
feel like this.
I feel like this. I feel like I'm either I'm here and I'm answering to other people or trying to help other people, or I'm home and trying to wrangle people. So really, all I do all day is just have a lot of people like asking for me. Like, does that
resonates?
Sound right? It's just also really, I feel like my life is just so busy and so chaotic, like whether I'm home or here, I just feel like there's no stopping. That's kind of how I feel. That's definitely how it changed. Like before, if they needed me to come in early before I had her, it was like, oh yeah, no problem, I'll be in. And now it's like, okay, we got nap time, we got lunchtime, we got this class, you know, it's all really changed.
What about you, Thal?
I made a friend.
Yeah.
You know what I think is really funny? Unfortunately, Hayden's not here. She looks more like she could be your daughter, and this looks like she could be my daughter, because my daughter's brunette. But yeah, I think my child is 4, so I've kind of gotten used to doing both. But I definitely miss the breakfast time with my child. I miss getting her off to school. And it is a constant juggling act where you feel like you're go, go, go. But I make time. I try to at least give myself myself 2 hours a day. Do you do that?
For yourself?
Yes.
Mine's at midnight when I get home.
Okay.
And then I have to be quiet because everyone is at home, and so I just end up being on my phone. But yeah, that's one thing. You miss breakfast, I miss dinners and bedtime and bath and all that.
Yes.
So on the weekends, my husband makes sure that I get all that because I don't get that during the week.
Right. And I think that might be the biggest difference about a career in news as opposed to any other industry where it's your typical 9 to 5. So the schedule adjustments, it's always an adjustment.
Yeah.
And we have wonderful husbands that work well with us.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without our husbands, really.
Now, for those who might not know, because they only see you from certain periods of time, you know, 5 to 7 a.m., 5 p.m., various times throughout the night, tell them exactly what your schedule is, because people might not understand what that means to have a news schedule.
Yeah.
3 to midnight for me, really. I mean, which means I'm getting home super late. I can't wake up super early with her. My husband has to do the early morning hours. So yeah, I mean, even though I'm on air at 5, I'm in here early.
Right. Alarm goes off at 3 a.m. I'm walking like this to my closet, quickly brush the hair, hop in the car, and come in here. And I'm fortunate. I think it's an anomaly in news to be able to be part-time. And I am so fortunate that I have a part-time schedule. So I'm out of here usually around 10 in the morning. So I do have the day and get those hours to myself. And then I pick up Hayden. She's already in school. She's in preschool. So
yeah.
And another thing with our newsy schedules is maybe people who have a demanding schedule outside of news, well, we work holidays.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So let's kind of dive into that. I mean, being a mom working the holidays, like being a child working the holidays is hard to me. So let's dive into that.
That's the hardest part for me, honestly. Now that I know what family is and what it feels like to not be there or to not know if I'm going to be there, that's a struggle. It really is.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I haven't, because you work mornings, but we don't have Christmas morning shows like that. There's some holidays you have to pick and choose what's important to you. Like Christmas morning is important to my family, so I've never had to, thank goodness, knock on wood, haven't had to work a Christmas morning in my career. And other than that, like I'm kind of okay with working some holidays, but like you just have to pick which ones mean something to you and then fight for those holidays off.
We've actually made a fun day out of Thanksgiving because we cover the Thanksgiving race on El Paseo, the 5K.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll do my shift, and then Hayden and Pat will meet here, and then we'll go to the turkey trot. And so it's become part of our tradition, and I'm just tired all day because I've been up since 3 a.m. That's the sacrifice.
It's almost like finding new ways to celebrate.
Yeah.
Because you just kind of can't.
It's not
always.
traditional.
Yeah.
This is not a traditional lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, and Thanksgiving, I usually don't mind working it because you can you just have to work with the schedule. I know her first Thanksgiving, I was like, quickly eat these mashed potatoes, I gotta go to work. Get the picture and then leave, you know. But like I said, you just have to pick which holidays work.
And the truth is, like, I'm so proud to be a role model of a working mom for my daughter. And I think for you, you should be for Carmen too, because I think that once they have the wherewithal, which Hayden does now, mommy on TV, and she's so proud of me, and that makes me so happy, you know? And I just know it's a good, representation of what she's capable of doing.
Now, another staff member was supposed to be here with us today, Kitty Alvarado, our reporter, but duty calls, and she did send us a message.
Hi, Taylor. I really wanted to be in your Mother's Day special. Being a mom is the best job in the world. I love my sons, Polly and Max. The second best job, being a reporter for NBC Palm Springs. Today, I'm rolling with the bounty hunters. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
As we saw, duty calls, especially when you're out in the field like Kitty Alvarado. Both of you were out in the field. Could you imagine being, out and about, going to sometimes these dangerous scenes and these weird, even more weird of hours? Now, could you imagine that in motherhood?
Oh, I'm definitely so much more cautious. I was a slightly reckless person before having Hayden. Now I am that woman on the road, like, slow down. So I would think about putting myself in a precarious situation. I'd be a little more cautious, I think, about being risky in any sort of way.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think it's only just made you tougher, too.
True.
I feel that way. I think that just comes with age, too. Like, I see that, that you just kind of lose, like, that fear of like going up to a situation and you're a little bit more
jump in.
Yeah, just more jump in.
True.
I remember one time, right? This was like my first trimester, and I had just told the newsroom that I was pregnant, and there was something going on the freeway on the 10, and I went out there with my phone and I was recording it, and Gina was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I'm pregnant, but I'm not like helpless, you know." But it was one of those situations like sit protector.
They're definitely awesome. I couldn't imagine waking up at 3 a.m. or getting home at midnight.
I know. A big shout out to both Thalia and Sarah. They are great mamas with great baby girls. So we have another Stater Brothers gift card giveaway now.
Next, we have Brittany Lane. Brittany, look out for your Facebook message. Congratulations.
In just 30 seconds, we'll be back to announce the final Stater Brothers gift card winner.
Plus, we will announce the Toby Keith ticket winners, so stick around.
Happy Mother's Day.
Okay, Mom, so we made it to the end of the show. What did you think? What do you think of my job?
This is fun. Thank you, Tate. That was a very nice
I thought it was fun too. Now we're drawing that last Stater Brothers gift card winner. Our last winner.
Congratulations to Charles Richardson.
Woo! Congratulations, Charles. So anyone whose name was announced, be sure to look out for a message on Facebook from NBC Palm Springs. And now to the moment everyone has been waiting for.
Our Toby Keith winners.
First up, we're drawing 7 people who will win a 4-pack of general admission tickets. Go for it, Mom.
All right, let's dig deep. First, we have... Don't worry, your name's not cut. We have Karen, and I'm sorry, Karen, it doesn't have a last name, but we do have your email.
So we'll be reaching out to you. That's 1.
And our second one is Gabriella. And Gabriella, we do have your email.
Yep. Okay, 2. Number 3. Oh, we're losing some.
Number 3, we have Brenda Frendenberg. Congratulations.
Number 4.
Number 4, we have Barry.
Number 5. And as you can see, we're doing it in Toby Keith fashion. Igloo water ice thing.
We have Dawn.
Dawn is number 5. 2 more for general admission. Number 6.
We have Carly.
Carly. Congratulations, Carly. All right, this is our last set of general admission.
We have Crystal.
Congratulations,
Crystal.
As we said, we will email all of you, but now it's time for the grand prize winner who will get 4 reserved seating tickets. Go for it. You're gonna pick one from the floor, you're gonna pick one from the bottom. Where are we going?
Let's go down.
Ooh.
See. And we have Timothy Seigel.
Yay, congratulations to all of our winners today, including the Stater Brothers. As I said, we will be reaching out to you, so keep an eye out on that. But in the meantime, thank you for joining us. And Mom, happy Mother's Day. Thank you for being the best mom I could possibly have. Here's a flower for you.
Thank you, Tay. Thank you for having me today, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Have a good night.